What's up and welcome to another video from the Canna Toolbox. Guys, this is not going to be my typical video. I'm doing this because I watched a video last night from Blue Devil the Rebel from Grouch Nation, and he touched on some things in the video last night that have had my wheels turning all day, and last night as well. First and foremost, I'd like to say glad to hear that you're doing better, Blue Devil the Rebel. He had a minor heart attack on Sunday, but he's back. He's doing okay. He was talking last night about how he's reached out to companies and other weed tubers throughout his year of doing videos, reviews, unboxings, stuff like that, which is what we're going to be shooting for here in the near future. And how he got a lot of negative responses and not a lot of negative feedback from some of the companies, some of the weed tubers and stuff like that that he had reached out to, and it hit me. As you can tell, this will be my second video. I'm just getting started in this. I have been an avid cannabis supporter for years and years and years, and do believe in its benefits. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the euphoric feeling, the high and everything else like that, but who doesn't, right? But he was talking about how he had a lot of negative feedback from some of these companies and some of the weed tubers he had reached out to, and it kind of struck me, or struck a chord with me, because I've had the same thing. You would think in the cannabis community, I mean, they say not to stereotype, and I'm the same way. You don't stereotype people, but history shows that smokers, I mean, potheads, whatever, are normally open-minded and real laid back. And in my experience, reaching out to some of these companies and some of the other people that I have for sometimes nothing more than just tips, advice, and what have you, I've gotten some really nasty responses, or just some that pretty much said they didn't have time to respond, or some that just didn't even respond at all. And it's kind of bothered me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have some companies that I've reached out to, some people that I've reached out to that have been, I mean, nothing but supportive. I mean, when they had no reason to be. Like I said, I'm just starting out. I'm new at this, as you can tell. I don't have a studio behind me. I don't have anything flashy. As a matter of fact, I'm not even in my own office right now. I'm at my mother's house. We're trying to stay close to the hospital due to the fact that I have a baby due. Was supposed to be here Monday, but he seems like he wants to stay in the oven a little bit longer. But yeah, I've reached out to quite a few companies in the past 6 months, and like I said, I've gotten some really good feedback, and I've gotten a lot of negative feedback. And us as a stoner community, as a smoker community, whatever you want to call us, should come together, like Blue Devil says. I mean, we should come together and unite and help one another, because as it is right now, it's essentially the cannabis supporters against the non-cannabis supporters. And one person alone is not going to be able to do much. It's going to take all of us uniting. And like, for instance, there's one company that I reached out to. I was asking if there was any chance that they would be willing to help me with a product or something of that fashion to do a review on, or you know, to help me get some stuff for my videos. And their response to me, I'm not going to name the company, but the response to me was that they don't want to be associated with the cannabis movement. That's funny, seeing how you're a company that provides and sells utensils for cannabis consumption. I mean, really? I mean, a simple no would have been okay, but for you to sit there and say you don't want to be associated with the cannabis movement and everything, I mean, come on. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I've had some other ones as well that have just, I mean, completely blown my mind. And again, I'm not going to name any names when it comes to that. We'll just leave them be. But I'm just starting out. I mean, with a new child on the way and everything else like that, I don't have the finances to go out and buy some of the products that I would like to be able to have, to do reviews and do my educational videos, because I am here in Florida and we do have the vote for medical cannabis coming up in November. And my goal for this channel, for me, is to essentially educate the uneducated. Bring a little enlightenment to those that are going to be going down on November to vote for the medical marijuana bill. I would like them to be that much more educated on what they're voting for or against. It's not that I'm trying to get people to vote yes. I'm not trying to get people to vote no. I'm essentially just wanting people to have the tools to make an educated choice when they do go. And man, just lost my train of thought there, and I'm not even medicated. But yeah, I mean, that's what our goal is, and we all have to start from somewhere, guys. I mean, you can't put out your first video and expect it to look like a full production or this, that, and the other. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not going for that. I will try to make things a little more interesting than what you see right here, and of course I will have a little setup, but for right now I'm working with what I've got, and until my son is born and until I have some extra finances to purchase the things, my only option is to reach out to people and ask for help. I'm not asking for big expensive pieces. I'm not asking for anything fancy, and if you can't do it, you can't do it, and I completely understand. A simple no is fine. And again, it keeps coming back to the fact that the negativity, the negative responses. I'm on MassRoots as Razor Zyre, capital R, capital Z, all one word. And that's where I've reached out to a lot of the companies, found a lot of the companies. Don't get me wrong, I follow them on Facebook as well, and Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. And I have to say, out of everybody that I've reached out to, I have had some positive experiences. I have had some positive feedback, and I think that's one of the things that has kept me going and kept me trying, kept me reaching out to people and asking. And as a matter of fact, here's one example. I shattered my hand back in November, and I'm a skilled tradesman. I can build a house from the ground up, finish work, the whole 9 yards. But my passion is the cannabis industry. It's the cannabis movement. And I got to talking with somebody from a company that I have been promoting on my MassRoots account, on my Facebook account, and all my other accounts. Is the weed wipes, or Mile High Cleaner, for people that are in the states that are still working on the cannabis laws. The gentleman's name's Greg. And we've talked and talked and talked for months. And we finally had the chance to meet, and after sitting down, I expressed my interest in working with them, or possibly even working for them. And I guess Greg seen the passion, the drive that I have, and went back. He talked to Jim, which is the president and CEO and founder of the Weed Wipes company. And shortly thereafter, I got a phone call with a job offer. And I couldn't have been happier at that point. Like I said, I already knew I had a child on the way. I was out of work. And here comes these two men that were half a continent away, that were willing to give me the opportunity to prove myself when I had nothing to show them in the beginning. I mean, and I can't thank them enough. Greg and Jim, guys, if you're watching this, thank you. You've made a dream of mine come true, being able to work and to be a part of something that I'm so deeply passionate about and that I enjoy so much. And on that topic, I mean, between the weed wipes and trying to get my own YouTube channel together and trying to figure out how to do that, and juggling working as a salesman or a representative for Weed Wipes and Mile High Cleaner, trying to juggle the fact of redoing my nursery and whatnot, and trying to get my YouTube channel together, I reached out to a bunch of companies, and one of the companies that I had reached out to was Buddha Box, asking them if they would be interested in working with me on an idea that I had. I had been scrolling through Facebook, trolling all the social sites that I'm on, and noticed that with a lot of these monthly subscription companies, a lot of you guys that subscribe, me never being a subscriber myself, have left comments back and forth saying, well, this company sucks, this company's got great prices but sorry products, this company has a great price but they charge for shipping, this, that, and the other. So I reached out to Buddha Box with the idea that if I could get the other companies on board to have all the companies send me a box and do a side-by-side review. Me and two others that are unbiased, that have never ordered or anything else like that, that didn't know the prices, and have them do a review on the box with me in a video, just to kind of put things to rest. And I believe it was the very next day, Rich, the CEO and founder of Buddha Box, personally called me, very interested in the idea and excited. And again, Buddha Box, gotta thank you, Rich, man. You honestly are one of the most laid-back people I've ever talked to. But yeah, he was excited about the idea without checking out a YouTube channel that I had yet to create, or anything else like that. He says, I'm on board. He is absolutely sure of his product, sure of the service that they offer, the products that are in the box, and he was that sure that he was willing to work with me. I don't know if it was just the conversation we had or what. And along the way through this journey that I've had of trying to create my YouTube channel, trying to get things, my feet under me, I guess you could say, I've had, with all the negativity and all the negative feedback that I have had, I've had a lot of good people that I can't say more positive things about. And I mean, there's a gentleman, another gentleman named Greg from the Ben Stone clothing line that's just getting ready to launch on 4/20. I'll be sure to leave a link or their MassRoots account info in the description down below, guys. But he's somebody else that just has seen my pure passion, my pure drive, and when it comes to this, the movement and my beliefs, and without nothing to show him, he offered to work with me. He was willing to work with me, and I can't say thank you enough. I mean, and all these people that I'm naming and will name, some I've talked to on the phone, some I've talked to through emails, but out of everybody that I've talked to, all these companies and people that I list, I don't see them as companies. They're so easy to talk to. They're so laid back and down to earth, and that's what I was expecting when I reached out to these companies. That's what I expected when I reached out to these weed tubers and stuff, was the openness to work with somebody, to help somebody achieve a common goal. That's essentially what we're doing, guys. We all have the common goal to educate people, to get everybody, smokers that are not willing to come out of the closet, stand up, make it known. And I mean, there's just been so much, and it's got me so I don't know how you say it, just lost in my own head right now about how people could be the way that they are. Another company, Box Grinder, the Lewis from Box Grinder, the president and CEO, they're still working on getting their prototypes together and everything else like that, but I reached out to him, and again, somebody else that's down to earth, that is just seems like more of a friend than just some stranger from states away that I reached out to and asked for help, and he's been nothing but willing to work with me and whatnot. And then I have Erica from Emergency Rip Kit. Found them on MassRoots. Great product. Reached out to them, asked them for some help on possibly some products, on doing reviews and giveaways and stuff like that. And without question, they were absolutely interested. And thank you to you guys. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Everybody that I'm talking to, thank you. Because it's y'all that are making my dream come true. You're making it worth the fight. Those times that you just want to give up, you just want to stop, you just feel so overwhelmed. I get an email from one of these guys, and it's like that boost that I need to get back on my horse and continue doing what I'm doing. I have Alan, man, the president of Rolls Choice Adhesive Pins. Alan, you sent me one of the pins. I have had quite a bit of use out of it, man, and it's an amazing product. I do apologize for not having a review done on that yet. I can't say apologize enough, but thank you. He's been willing to work with me. And then there's my followers on MassRoots. I have so many different followers, and I thank all of you for putting up with my stuff, for following me, and I don't know what I'm doing to get you guys. I'm just posting stuff that speaks to me, and hopefully it speaks to y'all too. Even if it's just one of y'all that it speaks to, then I've done my part. I have support on my Facebook page, Medical Marijuana and Floridians on the Front Lines. It's an educational page to get people a little more educated. It has studies and case reports and stuff like that for just the different studies that are going on, the laws that are coming up, the bills, events, stuff like that. Mainly for here in Florida, but we are going to be covering surrounding states and areas. And there's one person in particular. It's a gentleman just like me. His name is, excuse me, I gotta look at my paper, AutoLed123, and he started the Philly Faded movement. Apparently he really enjoyed seeing what I was doing on MassRoots, and liked a lot of the stuff that I was posting, and reached out and offered to work with me as well. And again, I mean, that was just another reason for me to keep going. And I guess the main reason that I'm doing this video, guys, is because, like I said, as a community of enthusiasts, supporters, smokers, dabbers, whatever you want to call yourself, as a community, we should come together. We should help one another. We should support one another, and not bring each other down. We have enough negativity in this world right now, guys. And for all of you out there that have turned me down and said no, I thank you, because honestly, that's more motivation. Maybe it was because I didn't have enough followers. Maybe it was because I didn't have my YouTube channel established, or whatever the cause may be. I thank you, because you turning me down is what's going to cause me to succeed. It's you non-believers that give me that fury in my stomach to prove you wrong, that we can do it, and that I can do it, and I will. So I'm coming up on 22 minutes, and guys, if you're still here through my rambles and everything else like that, I want to thank you for sticking it out. It means a lot to me. One last thing I want to touch on is, guys, everything that I do, whether it's on this channel or one of my sites or whatnot, it's not for followers. It's not for likes. It's because it's something that I believe in and I'm passionate about. I would like followers, I would like subscribers, and I would like likes. Who doesn't? But that's not what I'm striving for here. If I can educate one person, just one person, bring a little enlightenment to somebody, then I've done my job. And again, I want to give a big shout out to all those people that have been supportive and that have helped me along the lines. And I want to start again by thanking Rich from Buddha Box, man. Thank you. That's all I can say, man. There's not much, there's not any more words for it than to tell you thank you. And then Greg and Jim over at Weed Wipes and the Mile High Company, thank you for the opportunity to work for you guys. You have a great product, and I look forward to many more years of working together. Greg from the Ben Stone clothing line, guys, if you get a chance, go by and check him out. He's an upcoming and startup company that launches on 4/20. Like I said, I'll be sure to leave the links down below. Then we have Lewis from Box Grinder. Be looking forward to a review on one of his products coming here soon. Again, thank you, Lewis. I know I gave you no reason to trust and believe in me, and you did anyways, and I'm looking forward to working with you in the future, man. And then Erica from Emergency Rip Kit, Alan from Rolls Choice, Guys, I thank you. All of y'all have returned my emails in a timely manner and with a positive response. And thank you. That's just adding more fuel to keep it going. And again, I just can't thank all of you guys enough. Thank you for my followers, my supporters, and everything. I do plan on having more educational videos, more reviews and stuff like that to come up. But right now I'm kind of in limbo until my son gets here, which I'm excited about. I'll be sure to notify all of y'all as soon as he does. But yeah, guys, we need to come together. We need to get together and show everybody that the cannabis community is not evil. It's not the demon and the killer that everybody thinks it is. We need to get together and stand up and let our voices be heard. Unite as one. I mean, one voice can be heard, but all of us together can make a hell of a roar, guys. And as long as we stick together and stop dividing because of our beliefs or because of our ideas or whatnot, and work together, we can move this along nationwide in no time flat. It's just a matter of all of us working together, coming together, and supporting each other. So again, I want to give a big shout out to all the companies that have been willing to work with me, my supporters on MassRoots. There's far too many of you to say thank you to. And to Blue Devil the Rebel from Grouch Nation.